over a quarter of which were won by Lewis Hamilton. I'm not superstitious, but in the long and fruitful history of F1, no one with the surname Hill has ever failed in winning a world title. For example, Graham Hill, Damon Hill and Phil Hill are all previous World Championship winners. It's almost a given that the drivers on the grid today were kart racing as children, so they could enter the sport with as much experience as possible. It hasn't always been like that. In the 1950s, the average age of the drivers was 39, and 3 over the age of 50. Let's hope we see a good effort from McLaren here today. In recent times, they've fallen to somewhat of a midfield team. The last time the constructor won a world championship was in 1998. 2014 ushered in a new set of regulations into the turbo hybrid. Vettel holds the F1 record for the
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. I am your affable host, DonutPuncher 272, joining you live, as always, late on a Friday night here on the East Coast. And we are back for Week 3, Round 3 of Season X. I've done some research, and you'll be pleased to know that I have finally found out what Season X means. But I don't feel like sharing it, so do your own goddamn research. As you can see, we are in Mexico. I know I've mentioned it before, but my wife is Mexican. And what that means to me and for me is that I eat a lot of Taco Bell because it's the most authentic Mexican food we have here in America. I get yelled at a lot in a very angry and fiery way. And at family gatherings, I hear the word gringo and puta a lot. And they sort of follow each other. And sometimes I feel like they're talking about me behind my back. Someone who wouldn't talk about me behind my back, someone who would have my back, tonight's co-commentator, Massive Noogies, Massive, I want you to use the most explicit language possible to explain to our viewers how excited you are for tonight's race.
Oh, you want me to come in hot? How
Yeah.
hot? You tell
Real
me.
hot.
Real hot. Shit, man, I'm not even amped up yet. I've got the camera on TRL drum to start off, so that tells you all you need to know. It's about to get real hot.
Well, he's already caused the lobby to break down.
That's what I
in
mean.
a roundabout way. So it's a good idea you keep the camera on him because you know something bad's about to happen to him.
Yeah. Have you verified that my audio is coming through?
I believe it has. Yes, it is. I will do it one more time after we get through the start of the race here. And we're going to have to talk about the qualifying that we just witnessed, but we will do it within the context of the race, which is about to start, the Mexican Grand Prix. Look at Double R Lawrence. He is turned sideways in his grid box, ready to go straight at Defy. He's on the wrong tire for that, though. But here we go. 5 lights on, 5 lights off. Defy has made a jump start. He has already ruined the race before it even started, quite literally. So Double R Lawrence is in a tremendous position right now on those hard tires. Sketchable right behind him with a gaggle of cars. A whole gaggle. I don't even know what to say right now. It looks like Sketchable's going down the inside. NXR Gifted a little bit on the outside. He gives up that position, so Sketchable stays in third. NXR Gifted in fourth. Let's go further down the order. We have Spicy Nuggies. Excellent so far in 5th place. The Schmers hot behind in 6th. Avazy Skysies. I see him, but I see no Step Hen. I miss the Step Hen. We got Sweaty Randall back there. The Moldy Dragon is moving up and down, up and down. Got Chaos Corrupted down here. We'll talk about them in a second. Let's get back up here to the front where, well, actually, you know what? Massive, why don't you tell us what's going on back here with TRL Drum? He's still in last place.
Yeah, everybody's pretty well behaved as far as I can tell, which is great for them, bad for us. But yeah, getting to what you were saying, a drive-through penalty to start off the race. Ain't that some shit?
I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? He has, like, the lap that he pulled off for pole was just, I mean, honestly, it was incredible. It was an outstanding lap. He could easily win this race, and he ruins it before the race even starts. It's just like him, isn't it? It's just like him.
A wise man once said, you'll have that.
So our top 3 runners on the hard tire as Avazy Skysies and the Moldy Dragon are fighting it out through turns 1, Dos, and Tres. I just could have done the whole thing there and said Uno Des Tres, but I'm not clever enough to do that. It only occurred to me after I started saying 1. But here we go. Chaos Corrupted down the inside of Avazy Skysies, trying to use those fresh, soft tires. Massive, I didn't pay attention as usual. Are you aware of what the tire strategy is here? What do you think is the optimum strategy here for our drivers tonight?
I think we're looking at one of two strategies. And what they are is a mystery. No, I really don't know.
I was actually just going to go along with your mystery thing. I really like that.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Well, regardless of whether he knows or not, folks, it's a goddamn mystery to you and us. So we'll find out together as we go along here. The battle I'm paying attention to, Massive, is the battle for 4th place now between Spicy Nuggies and the Schmers. Spicy Nuggies looking to make an impression in this league for the first time, really. He's had a few good performances, but not quite what he would consider to be his standard, as the Schmers does make the move down into turn 1. Spicy Nuggies down into 5th place. How would you rate Spicy Nuggies' time here so far in Friday Night Lights, Massive? What would you give him as a rating, as a grade?
I would say a 13 out of 20.
Okay.
Based on his placement in the standings.
Interesting. That's a non-divisible number, so we can't reduce that. So I like the way you've done that. I guess we could say 6.5 out of 10, but we're not going to do that, are we?
13 over 20.
Yeah, well, I know, but that doesn't reduce down, is what I'm saying. You know, normally you'd want that to be like 14 over 20, so you can make that. Never mind. Uh-oh, Scarthers is retired. No!
All right, I'm out of here.
Oh, man, we've lost Scarthers. We're about to lose Massive. We have a safety car on the track. That's an unfortunate thing to happen so early in the race. I doubt we'll see any pit-stopping activity here. That would be pretty unnecessary. Except Double R Lawrence has gone in from the hards, and so is Sketchable. Massive, please explain to me what is happening immediately. Why are they doing this?
I've reached out to Scar to get some insight on what happened. He's responding now. He says, "Motherfuck." That pretty much sums it up. Now I don't know what happened. The last I checked, he was around 14th, which is very uncharacteristic of Scar. Look at Deffy, man. He lucked out with that early safety car. It'll be starting P15 on the restart, but we know this player. He's gonna be slicing and dicing up the field. What he does, got Scots.
Massive, I want you. This is a real opportunity here for you, Massive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you the opportunity of a lifetime. I need like a real moment of co-commentator insight and analysis. Please tell our viewers, explain to our viewers why Double R, Sketchable, and a few others, the Schmers and Spicy, gave up the track position they did to go take on new tires that were ultimately 2 laps old. Why do you think they did that?
Let's see.
They were on the hards, remember. Spicy and the Schmers were on the mediums, but Double R and Sketchable on the hards. Answers on a postcard.
My guess is it was just a follow the leader thing. I think LeBron's went in first and everybody else said fuck it. And they went in too. Because if I'm behind LeBron's and he goes in, I'm thinking he knows something I don't know. I'm going to follow him in. That's just me. But like
Little
Charles
monkey
Barkley
see,
once
monkey
said,
do.
like Charles Barkley once said, I'm a dumbass.
That actually sounded a lot like the Karl Malone version on The Man Show. But pretty good Charles
really
Barkley impression nonetheless. As ever, you make me laugh and then cough.
Just got word from Scar. He said, I lost the ass end, didn't save it.
Well, Scar, you know we'll miss you. None more so than Massive.
Hang on, I'm getting word. Can't hear a donut on the stream. Maybe it's mine. Maybe it's my stream. You can't hear you one. Do you have your audio? All that shit.
Yeah, I do. Let me do a quick check of it real quick on my computer again.
Like if you go to your party where it says include my audio.
Yeah, I have all my boxes checked and all that stuff.
All right. Well,
Let me, I'll look real quick. We're about to have a safety car restart here, and Massive wants to check the stream. But okay, everybody. Yep, my boxes are checked. My T's are crossed. My lowercase J's are dotted. We are back underway. Green flag racing. NXR gifted in first place. The Moldy Dragon.
oh my,
Second behind him on the preferred tire. What's that, Massive? Go ahead.
I'm looking at what do we call this guy in last place? What's his name? John Cena? Cena?
I mean, I call him Fakasha because that's just the first. That's what it looks like to me. It's the first thing I think of. But you can call him whatever you want.
All right. Well, on the restart, last turn, right before the straight, he puts it into the wall.
That's a stupid place to put it. He must feel like a stupid idiot. We got a hell of a battle back here, Massive, between FG Pac-Man, HE Pennypacker, and the TRL Drum.
Oh!
Are you still watching TRL Drew? They're fighting it out.
All
TRL
right.
Drum shoved HE Pennypacker wide.
I just got that one. That was 100% Deafy, spinning out 100% of Schmers.
Oh no.
Oh
So
yeah.
we got Deffy down here in 10th. God, he's about to take out Joban. He
Joban,
takes
look
no
out!
prisoners. This. Oh no.
Look,
Yep, he's pushing another car wide. Deffy, he's a terrorist.
Okay.
Playing
Audio's
terrorism
good.
F1 tonight. Go ahead, Massive. I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
No, good. Audio's good.
That's what I
Had
thought.
confirmation.
That's what I thought. So look at this grid right now, Massive. We have a lot of different strategies. We have different tires on different ages. We have Defy, who's trying to make his way back to the field. He obviously will be pitting one more time. He's on those soft tires. Massive, are you telling me that he dumped someone and he has a penalty incoming from the stews?
Most definitely. And then, as I think you saw, he then proceeded to give Jobin a little shove too.
Yeah, just a little tap, a little love tap.
That's right.
Well, look what we have right now, Massive. We have Defy back here in 8th place, and he has caught up to the back of Double R Lawrence. Our two fastest drivers find themselves in 7th and 8th place in a bit of a recovery drive, of course, aided by some strategery. This should be very, very interesting. Defy has absolutely no patience, and he's on the faster tire, but Double R Lawrence, I mean, I was watching his onboards during qualify, Massive. Just a thing to behold.
You're right. It was. We're talking about Laurence here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Only what? Hundreds, thousands?
Yeah.
Off
Five
of,
500ths, I think, off pole.
Yeah, that's hot.
I'm sure Deffy had just as good a laps. I didn't go on board with him at any point, but I thought Double R was just a thing of beauty. Honestly, just sweeping through every corner. It's like when you watch someone who's really good at this game, you watch them play it and you think, this game is easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you try to go do it yourself, it is not easy at all.
No.
We have a hell of a battle here, Massive. We got a DRS train. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I watched these esports guys and like their time trial laps, and then as I'm watching them, I'm like, yeah, that's me. I do the same thing.
I played that
don't.
game. No. And when I try to explain it to people, I tell people, I just use the term, they're playing a different game than the one I play.
Yeah.
I am unfamiliar with that game that they are playing.
Now, I did get to see firsthand a dude using a grip hack. And yeah, that was something else. But that's another story altogether.
Another day, another dollar, right?
Definitely.
Oh my god. And now he's got a 3-second penalty, Massive. Why doesn't he just go ahead and ruin his race all at one time?
Maybe his plan is, you know what, I'm just going to shove these buttholes out of the way. Last guy I'm going to shove into a wall. We're going to get a safety car. I'll go in, hop on some fresh tires, and then leave everybody behind and hope it's a big enough gap that it won't matter.
That doesn't seem like a very good plan.
No, but could be.
I mean, he should just crash out of the race. Instead, he's just ruining his race in bits and pieces right now. It's Double R Lawrence trying to make some moves here, trying to get back to the front of the field on his fresher medium tires. Only 3 laps fresher than our top few drivers up here. So NXR Gifted holding on steady in the lead of the race right now. Moldy Dragon, I have to say, Massive, I didn't know he had this kind of pace, holding steady with NXR Gifted, our a previous champion.
He's a fan favorite.
The moldy Dragon, yes, of course. Everyone out there loves him.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
There goes another one.
Yep, Defy. Did he push Double R Lawrence wide? Was that Defy?
Oh, he gave him a little bit more than a shove.
My God, this
That's
guy,
2.
Massive, he is a goddamn terrorist.
He's the murderer.
And now he's got
He may as well
Sweaty
be
Randall
driving a
up
white
next.
Bronco.
He's Massive. I was out at dinner tonight. I saw a guy, I swear to God, looked like O.J. Simpson. I was about to go get his autograph. Then I remembered he's a murderer. But it turned out not to be O.J. Simpson.
But you got his autograph anyway.
Well, yes, that was it was at that point that I realized he was not O.J. Simpson.
And it said Theo Jackson. You were like, oh,
H.E. Pennypacker retired from the session in the pits. Sketchable into the lead of the race, using that DRS to good effect as he passes NXR Gifted. So Sketchable, Massive, he made that early pit stop, and it looks like it's actually paid off for him. Hasn't quite paid off, though, for Double R Lawrence, languishing back here in 6th place. Look at Defy, everyone. Look at Defy, Massive. He's only 1/10 behind Moldy Dragon. You know what's coming next.
oh, I know exactly what's coming.
We go on board with Defy as he sends it in the stadium section. A ridiculous place to make a move, but he makes the move and he goes wide. I can't tell what's happening because we're having terrible camera angles. Is anybody coming through this corner eventually? Oh, what has happened through that corner? Right behind everybody, Sweaty Randall, Moldy Dragon, Double R Lawrence looked like they were doing some sort of, like, they were all locked up in some kind of weird sweaty orangey thing going on down there. We got Defy up here in 3rd place, NXR Gifted in 2nd, and back here a little bit further, Moldy Dragon 4th, Double R Lawrence 5th, Sweaty Randall 6th. So these 3 are all locked together. Our front 2, 3, uh-oh, someone back here has had major problems.
Is that Pat?
Somebody's off the track. Oh, it was H.E. Pennypacker. It was his dead car. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. His dead car drove back onto the track. I apologize. I got a little excited there. Double R Lawrence makes the move down the inside of Moldy Dragon. So he'll be looking to work his way back to the front, too. We know he has the pace. And Defy's tires should start dying here soon, but they're not dying soon enough. He's already got himself into DRS range of NXR Gifted. My God. Massive, I think he's going to take out another one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
I'm
he
here
goes way
for it.
wide. Look at him.
Oh, he's lucky. Oh, well, it's a safety car. So he's definitely going to be going in.
Yep, everybody going in. You would think this time. If everybody went in after 3 laps, they're certainly going in now.
Let's see who doesn't go in. Who's going to risk it all and stay out there?
So
Somebody will.
Yep, so we've got 4 drivers in. 5.
Look at Daphne. He just got himself another penalty. Along with the penalties he's no doubt going to get after the race is over. Ooh,
Oh, Daffy, you
says
silly,
no
silly
front wing.
boy. Who needed a front wing?
Evasy.
Oh.
He's got no
Oh,
wing.
yeah. Looks like Evasy Skies, he suffered some... Well, some is probably not the right word there. I would say all the wing damage. So he's getting that changed by the Alfa Romeo crew. Massive, now as good a time as any. We never know when we'll have another safety car. I think we should just go ahead and talk cakes and pies, cakes and pies.
Let's do it. What do you got?
Well, as I've mentioned the last couple of weeks, since I've had a waffle maker, I've eaten a waffle for an untold amount of days in a row. I'm now working my way through a box of honeycomb, and I just want everyone to know out there that I understand cereal is not a cakes and pies exactly, but it is in the phylum of that sort of thing, a nice cool treat. So I've been working through a box of honeycombs.
Let the viewers at home know what a phylum is.
A phylum, it's more of a scientific term. I guess it would refer to, I think of a branch of a tree. In the animal kingdom, you would say like, how would I explain that? Like the mammal phylum, for example, or a particular bird is part of the bird phylum. Is that a fair definition? Since you've called me on this,
I guess.
I don't feel like I've done it justice. It's one of those words that my wife asks me, "Hey, what does that mean?" all the time, and then I have to say, "God damn it, I know what that means, but I don't know what the dictionary definition is." And then I smack her right. I mean, we're just playing around. We're just playing around.
What is? And Vasey's going back in.
Back into the pits, so we're actually on board with the Vasey Skysies, as Massive said, going back into the pits again.
He went on the wrong tire, I bet.
He did go on the wrong tire. So he was obviously paying more attention to getting his wang fixed than figuring out what tire to be on. What tire is the right tire right now, Massive?
It's hard to say. I mean, look at the top 5, the top 6. It's all mixed up.
Don't think you're going to get off the hook here, Massive. What do you have to bring to the table on baked goods? Cakes and pies, cakes and pies.
Oh, what have I had recently? Well, I'll tell you this. We had ourselves a little chat about the Space Dunk Oreos, and for a little while, I could not find them. I was like, oh man, they pulled them from the shelves already. This is just like the fucking government. Take my goddamn dunks out of my hand.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Biden.
I went to Kroger the other day. Not the first one I went to look for these, a different one. And there they were, just one of those beautiful displays at the end of an aisle, like, hey, check out these fucking Space Dunks. So I did. I grabbed like 2 boxes, or whatever we call them, packs. I don't know. So
that's amazing, Massive. You're a legend. You got 2 things of Oreos at one time. I mean, any fat kid would be proud of that. That's awesome. I'm proud of you.
The thing, they don't make the what do they call family size. They don't do the family size packs of the dunks. They know what they're doing. They're smart in marketing. Yeah. So yeah, it's just 2 normal sizes. Oh shit, here we go. I'm looking at Deffy. I'm just letting you know that right now. My camera's on Deffy.
Yeah, I'm also looking at Deffy. I can't take my eyes off of him. Good start from our 2 leaders, but Deffy got an even better start somehow on the Horde tire. But Double R Lawrence, he wants a piece of Deffy as well. He's on the medium tire, and he's making it work for himself right now. Got to make it work because the hard tire is probably going to be the better tire by the end of the race. So Sketchable in the lead, NXR in second, back where he belongs. Double R in third, Deffy in fourth. You know you're going to hear from Deffy again before this race is out. And so Massive says Deffy has 8 seconds of penalties right now. Is that correct?
8 in official penalties.
Yes, you're right. So probably more like 13 to 18 penalties in reality. God,
and we did get an apology from him in the Discord. He says, Lawrence, I'm so sorry, completely my fault. Moldy, fuck you. I'm just kidding. He did not say that last part, but he did not make any apology to Moldy.
But the thing is that I believed you that he did, and that's what's important.
Moldy, look at him. Moldy's mad. He's gone.
He is on fire right now. He's watching Defy from the back right now, watching him attack Double R Lawrence, thinking of seizing an opportunity when the inevitable crash comes. NXR Gifted now down the inside of Sketchable. They are side by side going into turn 1. We are not in DRS territory right now, so that is a grip pass by NXR Gifting using those new, fresh, medium tires. Sketchable drops a position down into third. Double R Lawrence smells blood. So he's going to go for a move down into... No, he's not. Never mind. He thought about it, and then he thought better of it. So he remains in third place. Defy back here, having to bide his time. It looks like the tires have come in for our medium runners, so Defy at a little bit of a disadvantage, but he does not give a shit about that. He is going to be driving the wheels off that car. Massive, someone we haven't talked a whole lot about tonight. The Schmurs. Usually.
My camera's on.
And what's he been up to then?
He's hanging out. He's having a good time. I mean, not a great time. He's down to 11, but you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Almost
Just missed a
buried
great
his
move
nose
there
in
by
a-
Double R Lawrence. What did you miss?
Oh, Schmers almost repeating a Deafy greatest hit there in that stadium. DRS, the doctors, has been enabled.
It has indeed. So sketchable now. And Double R Lawrence fighting it out through turns uno, dos, tres. Double R Lawrence comes out on top, but that is much to the benefit of NXR Gifted. He now drives off into the distance, trying to break the DRS by the next time they get there. This is a nice, tidy little battle here between Sketchable and Double R Lawrence as they make their way through this tight double right-hander there. So again, Sketchy, Double R Lawrence fighting it out cleanly, but to their own detriment. Now they have fallen out of DRS range of NXR, but I'm sure that Double R Lawrence will quickly get back in there. But now we have the prospect of Defy passing Sketchable. So they're on the same tire. Or, excuse me, yes, they are on the same tire. Sketchable with 18 seconds less penalties than Defy. But that doesn't matter to Defy. He's going to attack. So let's keep an eye on this battle right now. Sketchable has fallen out of DRS range as well, so if Sketchable has lost DRS, he is a sitting duck. And he has indeed. So Defy is going to take Sketchable, and he's going to take him easily. You would assume at some point. Come on, Defy. Let's make the move now. There you go. So Defy makes the move into third place on the grid, on the field, or excuse me, on the track. In reality, based on where we are right now, he is a net P14. P14.
Right.
Yes, massive.
Mr. Nutt, I would be remiss if I did not point out, or bring up, I should say, something that old Sketchable brought up in the Discord tonight. Apparently, he's got himself a little love interest, a little crush. And he said tonight he's gonna color his helmet. Let me find the words. That was fucking hard to understand what he said. Hang on, I'm scrolling. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Almost there. He said, I'm gonna make a helmet the colors of what she loves. Now, if you look at his helmet, I mean, that's pretty much a 64 crayon Crayola box worth of colors. That's like every color.
Yeah.
That's not just like, ooh, red and white, green and blue. And he shows every goddamn color.
But
I mean, it's a cool helmet.
It is a cool helmet, but it looks like a design, like a pre-made design. Do you think that you really chose those colors?
No, that's definitely, I mean, that's some Mexican heritage stuff. How Mexican is your wife? Is she Mexican? Like half?
She's full Mexican, but
Cool.
has never lived in Mexico. Her parents are from Mexico.
So
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Defy's done it again, massive. He's been
He did?
terrorizing this grid all night, and he has done it again. He
God.
has just dumped NXR Gifted straight into the wall. NXR
Oh my
Gifted
God.
is NXR Gifted is down, and it is bad. It's so bad. I can only imagine what NXR Gifted is saying right now in his party chat. Oh, massive! Did you see that?
I just happened to see the view of Gifted going to the wall. I did not get to see what led to it.
Well,
As
I'll
much
tell you
as
what
I
led to
wanted
it.
to
I was
keep
I
it-
was on board with Defy, and what led to it was him running into the back of NXR Gifted.
Jesus Christ.
Just straight to the back of him.
That's at least 3 times.
Oh God, I love Defy.
Oh,
Oh, we got a hell of a battle here. We are going 3 wide down into turn quattro between Spicy Nuggies, TRL Drum, and the Moldy Dragon. Now we're side by side between TRL Drum and Moldy Dragon. Moldy Dragon off the track, comes back on the track. Chaos Corrupted tries to take advantage of a vulnerable Moldy Dragon, but Moldy Dragon resists his sexual advances, stays in 7th place. But boy, we were going 3 wide there for a second. Everyone survives. You'd have to say decent driving by everyone there. Defy now in 2nd place. The last thing Double R wants to see is Defy in his mirror.
Yeah, after watching old Jack Torrance behind me, like you said, terrorizing this grid. Jesus Christ. I'm just moving over. I'm just getting out of the way. If it's me.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Double R Lawrence, at some point in this race, his tires are not going to be the good tire anymore. I wonder if he's thinking of coming in to make one more pit stop. Letting these hard runners go to the end and having the fresh softs making their way back through the field. Or he will know that Defy has so many penalties that it won't matter. That might be his strategy in the end.
Especially if he's got his ear to the stream.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know if Double R Lawrence has a race engineer quite the way this newcomer does here, TRL Drum. And his race engineer caused quite the ruckus tonight, made Dad very angry. Caused a lobby restart, so anybody out there who saved a set of tires, that strategy was ruined. But TRL Drum using that race engineer to good effect here tonight. 6th place for the, I'm not sure, is he a reserve or is he a full-timer?
Old Carson, I think he's a reserve.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yep, that's right. Yep. So, I talked about the Schmers a little while ago. He has caught up to his teammate, Moldy Dragon, and this other, these other drivers here in this little group. So the Schmers is in 9th place and looking to make some moves. He's on the medium tire as well. Only a handful of seconds outside the lead. Perhaps he's thinking of going in and making another pit stop, but now he is stuck in a DRS train. So his progress will probably be halted. 3-second penalty for Carson and another 3 seconds for Defy. I think Double R Lawrence knows at this point, no matter what the Stews give out in additional penalties, he has got Defy covered. So no worries there as Defy starts fast and furiousing his way through the double right-hander. Massive, what is your favorite Fast and the Furious movie?
I have only seen up to Tokyo Drift. So it's going to have to be, I mean, of those, was that 3 movies?
No, I think Tokyo Drift, wasn't that the second one? Or that was the third one?
I think it was the 3rd one.
So you saw the first 2?
Yes. It had to be number one, yeah.
Uh-oh. We got trouble between the Aston Martins, Massive. Big trouble. And now it's leading to more trouble between the Moldy Dragon and Senior Heat Gang. The Schmers just smashed his way through. You know how the Schmers is, Massive. When he wants something, he takes it.
That's how we got his girlfriend.
The Schmers?
Yeah.
I didn't know the Schmers had a girlfriend. We need to get back on the sketchable girlfriend thing.
Oh, what is going on? Oh, shit.
Do you think
Heat Gang
sketchable...
and Moldy.
I know, they are just banging wheels through. Uno, dos, tres! As we make our way through Quattro Cinco. Oh, no, we've got a terrible wreck! A terrible wreck! As a result of the battle between the Moldy Dragon... Oh, my God, that was unbelievable. The Moldy Dragon and Senior Heat Gang... Avazy Skyzies was an innocent bystander who has lost his life. Coming out of turn 3, the fighting between the Moldy Dragon and Senior Heat Gang was so fierce, it caught up the innocent body of Avazy Skyzies, and he is dead. So all the strategy has been thrown out the window here, Massive. You would imagine everyone is pitting again, but who has the right tires? Is the soft tire the tire to go to the end? Is it the medium? What would you do, Massive?
No, my strategy sucked more than me.
You know what we need here, Massive, is we need Novocaine's girlfriend to tell us what would be the right strategy. She would know what to do.
Yeah, where are the two of them?
You know what? They're probably doing what young people do. They're probably out drinking alcohol and having sex.
Mm-hmm. What is going on with Gifted? What the hell?
What happened to
He
him?
just, I just saw him go deep into the turn. I saw him lock up. I put my camera on him right as I did. He had bended.
What? Why? No,
He
that's
was all
not
by
good.
himself. All by himself. Woo! This is a good one. You know what I mean?
Do you think he just glitched out?
I really don't know what happened there. That was nuts.
Wow. Well, that's a goddamn shame.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about Novocaine and his girlfriend engaging in young people
yeah.
activities, and then NXR Gifted just binned it.
Probably doing some Tide Pod challenge, some what was that? Water bucket, ice bucket.
Oh,
challenge.
ice bucket challenge, yeah. They're probably on the pot
Probably on the pot.
doing the ice bucket challenge because they think it's funny.
So yeah, Nova, he's not in this race.
No, what we need, Massive, is we need to replace Novacaine's girlfriend, I guess, because she's not part of our crew anymore, with Mrs. Sketchable.
No,
but,
there is no misses. It's a wannabe tenderoni.
Oh. Well, hopefully she's out there watching the stream right now, and she's watching just how good Sketchable's left the session. Do you think it's to be with her? NXR has left the session.
He's the host.
Yeah, we would know about NXR leaving the session. He was an angry panda after losing the car and his life under safety car conditions. In a Delta time, no less. That silly fucker.
I want to go back to... Who was it that was having their little Kubica massive moment there and ruined Evazy's race?
It was Senior Heat Gang and the Moldy Dragon. So the Moldy Dragon and the Schmurs had a hell of a battle, which then led to the Moldy Dragon losing a little bit of time, which led to him being sucked into the clutches of Senior Heat Gang, and then those two fought, and then you saw what happened. It was very bad. And yeah, like you said, they've ruined Devasey Skyzy's race.
He's gone.
There you go. Do you think we're good to go here, even though that Sketchable has left the session?
I don't know. I sent him an invite. Has he not come back?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see. We will surely be going green here. Massive, real quick. What do you think the right strategy is here? Do you think Double R Lawrence has got it right with the soft tire?
Why not? That's again. He's much faster than me. I'm gonna trust he knows better than I do.
That is a good rule of thumb. Good rule of thumb. So we're going to have 12 racing laps. Defy is going to have to do his goddamnedest to stay with Double R Lawrence, and really he's going to be doing it for the benefit of the rest of the field as he gets a hell of a jump behind Double R Lawrence using that slipstream down into turn uno. What's it going to be? Is he going to go on the inside? No! Double R Lawrence covers it off. Defy around the outside does not give an inch. He has a shed load of penalties, should not be fighting this position, refuses to stop fighting! And so Double R Lawrence and Defy come together in turn one, brings everybody back into play. Sketchable sees this going on and says, "Dunk you very much."
I don't think LeBron knows. But no, because he was the victim of one of them.
Not only was he the victim of one of them, but, I mean, he can see that Defy has penalties on the screen.
shit.
Sketchable's struggling right now. Sketchable's struggling. Uh-oh.
He was invisible for a second.
Oh, so he must be glitched out here because it looked on my screen. It looks like Sweaty Randall and Sketchable came together. Sketchable driving off track now. It looks like Sketchable. Yeah, Sketchable's got big problems. Big problems.
Oh shit!
What is going on up here?
Shit.
Carson Daly's in 3rd place. No, he's not. He's in 4th place because the Schmers has worked his way up into the podium places. What a comeback drive from the Schmers. Sketchable now makes a move on Joban. I wonder if Sketchable is back in this race. What has happened to Joban? What has happened to Sketchable? What has happened to Red Bull here today in Mexico?
Step in with us in the chat. He said, God, I could have a fat P6 in this field. Well, you ain't here, so you would know. Nova joins us. He says, if they see us selling, are we saying selling in the wrestling terminology? Is that what we mean? Look at Spicy. He's doing a great job, but he didn't fit.
Well, I look at Spicy in 5th, and I think there's more to come, Massive. I think he could make his way up a little bit further here. He's almost in DRS range of TRL Drum, but he has got a group of cars behind him that want his 5th place, and they want it now, including Sweaty Randall and his teammate Chaos Corrupted, who is now under pressure from Sketchable. It looks like Sketchable must be back, Massive. He is fighting back, fighting his way up to the front of the field again. Goes very deep as we come in to the stadium section, and he is pushing Chaos Corrupted all over the track. So, but he does not push him into a wall.
We got ourselves a gaggle of hoes out here, or as I would like to say, a bevy of bitches doing some battling.
What's that made me think of The Godfather from WWF back in the day when he had the hoe train, and he'd bring all those hoes out with him. That was the best time for wrestling, wasn't it?
That was prime time, man.
That was the age of Stone Cold at his peak, The Rock at his peak, Mankind jumping off things that were way too high for normal human beings to jump off of. Oh, it was a good time. So what do we make of this here, Massive? What do you think?
Look at this, going side by side through the DonutPuncher section. No one will get that one, but I'm okay with that. What was your question?
What do you think with what's going on here? I mean, it looks like we have a battle for the lead, theoretically, even though you and I both know we don't. But Defy doesn't really care about that. Should we even pay attention to that, or should we just watch what's going on further on through the field?
That's a hard call to make. I mean, you know me. I try to keep my camera at the back because I know you've got some prime time action going on. But there are some great battles. That's for show.
There are some good battles. Sketchable is trying to make his way back up to the front. Defy trying to make his way to the front of the field right now. Decides not to make the move down the inside. I hope Defy, honestly, I hope he is understanding of the situation, and he just follows Double R Lawrence to the finish line here. Unless he has the pace to get in front of him, then fair enough, and you can try to drive off some of these penalties. But you and I both know, Massive, he's got a lot of penalties coming his way. A lot.
I think if, look at this, getting real spicy with Spicy Nuggies here. Not him, but the two cars ahead of him. Look, oh shit.
Uh-oh, so Sketchable is indeed back. He is trying to make his way back up to the front, trying to get past Spicy Nuggies and Chaos Corrupted here. He has done so with the help of ERS, out of ERS, but he makes a move down to the stadium section, goes wide again. Doesn't seem to be paying the price for it because he doesn't have any penalties yet. But that battle, Massive, cost him 3.7 seconds, and it cost us a DRS train.
Son of a bitch.
You mother... So Defy back up here again, 2/10, 3/10 behind our leader, Double R Lawrence. So he looks like he is on his way to being our season's first repeat winner, Double R Lawrence. If you remember last week, Massive, oh, that was... Oh, wait. Was it last week or the week before? where somebody made a move on the very last lap. That was the first week, wasn't it? That was in Bahrain, right?
So long ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. It was literally 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, shit. I'll take your word for it.
I can't remember if it was Double R Lawrence or Les Mis. I think it was Les Mis. Either way, I think Double R Lawrence will be our season's first repeat winner as Chaos Corrupted finds himself on the naughty step with another 3-second penalty. Massive, you were talking about Spicy Nuggies a few laps ago. He was in 5th. Now he's in 8th, languishing out of DRS range.
Yeah, all these green people, they look the same to me. It's hard to keep up. So you were talking earlier, your wife, born in the States?
That's correct, yes.
Accents? No accents?
No accent, speaks Spanish fluently. She has all the traits of a Latin American / Mexican woman, as if she was born and raised in that part of the world, because her parents were, as I said, both straight off the boat, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she to other Mexicans?
Does she what to other Mexicans?
Does she not sound Mexican enough?
No, she does not sound Mexican. In fact, she actually gets mistaken for being Asian quite often.
Oh. Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Me too. I get it all the time.
And it's, you know, Sketchable's got himself a penalty. I know. I tell her, babe, I feel your pain. It's, you know. I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit it, Massive. I've been hit on and propositioned numerous times by gay gentlemen. I would consider myself somewhat of an gay icon.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, when my wife gets confused for being Asian, I tell her, like, you know, babe, sometimes, like, you know, that sort of thing can happen. You don't want to take that personally. You want to take that as a badge of honor, even if it's not, you know, what you are. We should all be proud to be mistaken for being Asian.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know, very, you know, I don't want to paint a broad brush of the entire Asian continent, but, you know, a very disciplined, studious people, you know? A lot of things us Americans could learn from those Asians. First off,
yeah,
probably not eating those space Oreos.
Shit, who are you kidding, man? They fucking love those things. They'll eat them with chopstick. No,
there's no way that those things exist in any Asian country. And you know us Americans, we so fat. We so fat.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't help. But, and Mexico, they got some great food too. And they got some things over there as well.
They've got the best. So the Mexicans are a lot like us Americans. They're a fat people. And, but you can understand why. Americans, you wouldn't really understand why. We don't really have that good of food. We have everyone else's food. The Mexicans have phenomenal food. Oh my god. In fact, my in-laws are giving me a carne asada on Sunday because I took care of their dog and was the only person who's ever been successfully able to give him medicine. So I am going to stuff my little piggy face until I cannot breathe anymore, and I can't wait. You ever eaten so much, Massive, that it feels like you have like a cracked sternum? That's what I'm gonna do on Sunday.
I try to avoid it now. In my golden years, metabolism is not what it once was.
Don't be a coward.
I'm very cowardly.
Do you see what's happened at the front of the field here, Massive? Defying all logic, has gone ahead into the lead of the race in the previous lap, so Double R Lawrence is trying to get that position back, but again, I assume he sees what you and I see. There really isn't any need for that. He'll just hang here in DRS range and try to avoid the terrorism of Defy.
I think old Pat Duffy's best chance at a win is to maybe...
You want to say it? Say it. Say it.
Okay, I'm going to say it. Maybe
Say it.
let Laurence pass him.
Oh.
And do some wheel-to-wheel battle, or at least keep him close, and hope that old Railroad King Laurence puts it into the wall by himself. You know what I mean?
Yes, although I was actually, what I was going to say, I didn't want to say it out loud, I was trying to let you say it, was he needs to wreck Double R Lawrence.
No, I wasn't going to say that. He's already done that.
Oh no! TRL drum is in the wall! I just saw it, and how did he not lose a wing? He smashed the wall! Yeah, no, Massive, he needs to wreck Double R Lawrence. That's the only solution to this problem here.
I do think his best chance at winning is to pull a Lewis, 2016 Abu Dhabi, slow up,
yes.
force Laurence into some sort of mistake so that he can keep a gap on him. But I don't. If Laurence is gonna race smarty, I don't think he's gonna fall for that.
Oh, Massive. I love when you reference past races. That really turns me on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God, 2016 Abu Dhabi. Sweaty Randall now with a 3-second penalty. It is uncanny how every time I switch to a driver, it seems like they get a 3-second penalty. Who do I want to jinx next? How about Double R Laurence, huh? Maybe we can get him some penalties. Oh, nope, never mind. Yeah. Duffy now with another 3-second penalty for good measure.
That's 9. That's 9 official penalties.
So 9 in official penalties.
30 in dog years.
He had a 5-second penalty that he's already erased, and then of course he has multiple penalties coming from the hot stews. Sketchable now with another penalty. Wow, frustrating night for Sketchable.
Well, I think we will. I was gonna say we might see a podium from him because of penalties around him, but he's gonna have to overtake old Sweaty Randall. What was I gonna say? I don't even know. Fucking shit. The worst memory. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I wish we would hear more from our viewers, hear more from fellow racers that are no longer with us. Gifted, Evasy, Pac-Man, he didn't say anything. Scarthers, it was his own fault.
I agree with you, Massive. I'd love to have some more audience participation. As we have lost another driver, Fakasha is out of the race. The Breadman is done. So on the second to last lap, he is out of the race. We now have 11 drivers finishing. Senior Heat Gang is going to bring up the rear of the field as we start the final lap. Defy, your leader on track, but he is not going to be your leader at the end of this race. So as we go through this final lap, Massive, why don't you give us your take on the 2024 Mexican Grand Prix?
It's been one to remember. Of all the folks on track with penalties, oh shit, Sketchable. Oh, what is going on?
That was close.
What was that? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Looked like he drove off the track for a second and then came back on it.
Yeah, of all the folks that have penalties, only 3 of them have 3-second penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them with... Oh shit!
Whoa, Massive. Sketchable is getting his elbows out here on the final lap.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on with Laurence and Duffy. Is Laurence going to go? Oh, no. He ain't going to go for it after that little spin.
No, he knows better now. So Laurence and Defy crossing the start-finish line, separated by less than a second. Defy is your winner on track, but he is a loser in real life because Double R Lawrence is your winner. Double R Lawrence wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Defy is supposedly in second. We know that's not true. The Schmers rounds the final corner for the final time. He comes home in third place. Sketchable in fourth place. After all of that, Sketchable makes his way home in fourth place. Massive, this race will be remembered for one thing and one thing only, and that is the unrelenting terrorism from Defy. And I say, long may it continue.
Yeah, that was something to behold, and I'm sure we will behold it later with some footage clips.
So Double R Lawrence, Massive, if you're not aware, he is a reserve.
And he's winning it.
And he's winning it.
He's got 2 wins and a second place in the 3 races he's been with us.
Those do not sound like the statistics of a reserve. It sounds like he's a bushwhacker. Sounds like Kevin Harvick dropping down into the Bush series.
Oh, I thought we were talking wrestling there for a second.
Oh, yes. Another tremendous wrestling reference. The
Yeah.
Bushwhackers. All right, so our top 2 drivers are PC, and one of them is Defy, so we're not going to talk to him. We are going to talk to 3rd, 4th, and 5th place tonight, the Schmers, Sketchable, and Sweaty Randall. So this should be fun. We haven't talked to the Schmers in a little while.
I think we should bring in Deffy and everyone he murdered.
We'd be here all night. Oh, I invited into my game. Schmers, I'm sorry. I'll have to apologize when I see him here. I invited him to the game, not to the party. I'm such an idiot. Invite to my party. Sketchable and a new boy, Sweaty Randall. Invite to my party.
Jesus Christ. What's his name? John Cena had 7 pit stops.
Wow. John Cena. Bitch! All right. So, as we wait for the Sweaty Randall to join us, let's go to our... Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. I'm sorry. Sweaty Randall has joined us. So, boys, as always, please make sure all your boxes are checked, your T's are crossed, and your lowercase j's are dotted. Let's talk to our 3rd place finisher, the Schmers. What an eventful race for you. Up and down, left and right. Well, not necessarily. Well, yeah, there was some left and rights in there. But you were at the bottom of the field at one point. You were at the top of the field or almost at the top of the field. Talk us through what was a crazy race for you.
Well, I mean, good qualifying, good start to the race. Spicy Nuggies kind of got my ass, spun me, and I went back to the beginning. A bunch of safety cars came out, and then at one point it was like drawn, and I was just driving around cars that were all which direction on the track, and like Sketchable was going slow, and I was like it was Mad Max out there on that one lap, and then I gained like 5 positions. And then, and I was just able to hold on to 3rd on those softs. They lasted longer than I think people realized they would, and it was good. It was good shit. It's probably the hardest I've had worked for a podium.
You had a real battle with your teammate. Why don't you tell us about that? Are you guys going to be friends after this?
I have not heard from him. I'll probably speak with him afterwards. I hope he understands because I was desperate to pass him, and he was running much slower downforce, but massively holding me up around the track. And if I would have stayed behind him, it would have been neither of us scoring very good points. And he wasn't really cooperating at first when I was right on his bumper, so I had to make something happen. And yeah, and no contact though, so it is what it is. It happens. It's hard racing.
Well, I'm looking here in the Discord, and I think he said something about he hopes you fall into a meat grinder. I don't know. Maybe you guys should have a bit of a conversation about that. But either way, congratulations on your podium finish. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
And now let's move to our 4th place driver. I think I've already forgotten, but I'm just going to assume it was Sketchable. It was you, wasn't it, Sketchable?
Indeed. Hold on, let me see.
Indeed it was. A hell of a race for you. Again, a lot of ups and downs, lefts and rights, a lot of what have yous. You started the race up at the front. You did an early pit stop, worked your way through the field again, had a bunch of penalties, which is somewhat uncharacteristic for you. Why don't you talk us through your race? A bit messy.
Yeah, I mean, I was never good around here. Controller around here is pretty bad, as you obviously can see. The DC really killed me because when I respawned and took control, I went side by side with Sweat around the S's. And by the time I took control, I had to take the escape road to avoid contact, and I had to drop all the way back to get all those positions back, which made me have to crawl all the way back up the grid again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Massive. And I did notice that you disconnected at one point and lost a shed load of positions. That was pretty unfortunate for you. But in the end, salvaging a fourth place, that's something to be proud of, Sketchable. So congratulations on that. And for what seems like the 1,000th time in the row, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so now we go to our 5th place finisher, a newcomer here to the podium on Friday Night Lights, Sweaty Randall. Sweaty Randall, quite a race for you. I saw you battling with your teammate a lot, and I saw you battling with a lot of other drivers. Talk us through your race. What happened to you? How did you end up in 5th place? Well, that does sound like a lot of fun. Sweaty Randall, we don't know a lot about you here, so why don't we give our viewers a chance to get to know you? Sweaty Randall, why don't you tell me your favorite Janet Jackson song? The obvious answer is Escapade, Sweaty Randall. The obvious answer is Escapade. So maybe next week you'll be a little bit more prepared, and I hope you are. But in the meantime, congratulations on your 5th place finish, and thank you so much for joining us. We love having you in the league. Absolutely. So, Massive, Defy has been spamming me with messages. Should we go talk to him?
Messages to what? Hop in the chat?
I don't know. I haven't looked at him. I've been busy talking to our people who weren't murdering other people during the race. Let me go see what he says. Chats. God, Defy, you invite. No, actually, you know what? I think he might have actually been. I don't know what he was sending me. I was getting things from him. Is he on my friend list? I don't think we're gonna be able to talk to him, Massive.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, you know what? Defy, I'm sorry. I don't know where you're sending me messages. I'm too stupid to look at them. I have a technology problem, and it's late here on the East Coast. I'm old. I'm tired. I can't handle this anymore. So that's it. That's it for tonight's race. Defy, next week, stop murdering people. But for now, let me say thank you to a couple of fine gentlemen here. I want to say thank you to my co-commentator for this evening, Massive Noogies. As ever, do you have any final words that you'd like to impart on us?
Actually, in light of some of the events tonight, I'll pull a quote from a famous podcast. Stay sexy. Don't get murdered.
All right, and I'm sure he's referring to Defy, of course, the Uber terrorist. Thank you to Massive Nuggets. Thank you to our 16 drivers, and thank you to everyone out there for joining us live on the stream, and of course for coming back and watching it later on. Next week we'll be at a track that I have yet to look at, but I guarantee you it will be an F1 track. I bet you it's going to be Australia. Please join us then for week 4, season of season X, as we continue the march towards the inevitable Double R Lawrence title. But until then, I am your affable host, DonutPuncher 272, signing off saying good night.